It's been an exciting 6 weeks. Thank you for joining us on this really interesting and complicated journey. Now let me close our time together with a few thoughts that are even more pressing today than when we began. The overarching one is that you want to succeed in your organization. Understanding content strategy is not optional. It's essential for your career and for your organization's success. Remember what we labeled as John's 3 truths? The first one is that there's an ever-rising tidal wave of information. In 2013, I did a Google search on water. In less than 1 second, I got 1,800,000,000 plus results. Think how many lifetimes it would take to read all of that. Here's another way to understand the tidal wave. In their book, The Human Face of Data, Rick Smolin and Jennifer Irwit added more context to my search about water. They reported that in every single hour, we create enough internet traffic, texts and tweets and blogs and websites and on and on and on to fill 7 billion DVDs. Side by side. That's 7 times the height of Mount Everest. They also found that there are nearly as many bits of information in the digital sphere as there are stars in our universe. And then there are emails, a central force in your life and in the lives of all of the people you want to pay attention to your content. Every day, more than 247 billion emails are sent, but up to 80% of that number are spam or otherwise useless. And of that remainder, you know how few are read and even fewer are remembered. Now, think what happens if you're interested in water and you pair finding out about it with John's second truth. Each of us has only 1,440 minutes in our 24-hour day. Neither you nor anyone you want to communicate with has 1 more minute. That means that you and your organization are not only competing with the ever-rising tsunami of information, but given our second truth, picture the person that you want to tell an important story to. Picture how many minutes they've already decided to spend on eating and sleeping and working and relaxing or doing anything that they really want to do or that they have to do. All of those hours are gone. Their ability to give you their time and attention has disappeared. It doesn't exist. Our final truth, the third one, is that the world is becoming ever more complicated. In the past, things were simpler. In every organization, large or small, for-profit, non-profit, government, people could focus and excel on their comparatively, well-defined roles. Success then for the individual and the organization was much more straightforward. No matter where we are in today's world, one thing is almost certain. Little is that simple. Perhaps nothing. Change is the watchword. It's here forever. That's why content strategy is essential for you and your organization. In this digital age, you need to understand the people that you want to reach as never before. And then, if you use what you've learned in this Mooc to create a brand with content that they find to be credible and trustworthy and transparent, and if it enhances their ability to make important, smarter decisions in their work and personal lives, you and your organization will not only get their attention, but you'll thrive. I know you'll be successful as a content strategist, and we all appreciate you joining us to explore this essential frontier. I want to thank deeply and particularly Professor Candy Lee, who you met earlier, and Dan Hofler, the Operations Director of the Media Management Center. It's taken just a myriad set of people to build this Mooc, but those two are special and essential. Without them, I wouldn't be here and the Mooc wouldn't have happened. Thanks also to the faculty guests and the production and other teams at Northwestern and our colleagues. And now, I have one last request before I leave you. Would you think back over the weeks we've spent together? What would you like to know more about? Post it on the discussion board titled exactly that. What would you like to know more about? We'll use it to develop forthcoming Moocs to respond to your interests and needs. Thank you for joining us in the last 6 weeks, and I wish you the very best in all of your content strategy endeavors.